Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and instead of doing a microphone comparison, testing out studio monitors or wearing a pair of headphones, today I want to go through 5 lessons that I've learned trying to become more successful as an independent artist. I know that a lot of you guys watching my videos trying to get studio gear for your own home studio setup is at the end of the day pursuing a career in music, whether you're a producer or an artist, and you maybe want to get signed, maybe you just want to stay an independent artist and have control over everything. And I just want to discuss 5 things that I've learned over the last few years that has helped me become a little bit more successful as an independent artist and grow in that field. Now, since we are talking about the lessons and career path of an independent artist, I'd like to give a huge shout out to DistroKid for sponsoring this video. For those of you guys that don't know what DistroKid is, it's a service that you can use to get your music out on the biggest platforms like Apple Music and Spotify, and it's a great service for independent artists looking to have their music accessed all over the world. If you're looking to release your music on these big platforms and compete with the best out there, DistroKid only costs $20 a year for unlimited uploads of songs and albums, and if you even want to pay less than that, use my link down in the description below and you'll get 7% off your first year's membership. Now, to get back to things, like I mentioned earlier, this video is focused on 5 lessons that I've learned trying to become a more successful independent artist. These 5 lessons aren't necessarily going to be something that you need. You might only have 1 or 2 things that really make a difference for you, but this is honestly just my perspective of things that I think would really help you just get a head start from other people with no idea of what to do. Starting off with lesson 1, learn everything. When it comes to being an artist independently, where you have to do most things on your own, you really need to use all the spare time that you have to learn things that other people would have done for you if you had an entire team. This can include music production, mixing, mastering, learning how to create your own album cover, learning how to create lyric videos. All of these small tasks would have been done by somebody else in a team type environment, whereas when you are an independent artist and you don't have all the money to just spend on all these different things and everything's on a tight budget and you have to do it all on your own, learning all these different skills really is a game changer. One skill that has really benefited me over the last few years is learning music production. Being able to get a song idea that I have into a music production project and add the instruments and all the small details that I have in my head is so valuable, making it easier for me to create the art piece that I naturally have in my head. Whereas if you have to go off and hire somebody to do it for you, it's never really going to be exactly the way you want, and it's also going to cost a lot of money. And even though it is sometimes better to have other people's input to make your song better, the luxury of being an independent artist is being able to do it all on your own and have control over everything. So lesson number 1, learn everything. Moving on to lesson number 2, structure a plan. Like I mentioned earlier, as an independent artist, you have to do the job of many other people because you are trying to do it all on your own. Whether it is music production, mixing, doing that lyric video, the album artwork, you have to be able to plan around it so that you give a good amount of detail and effort in every little part so that it all works out at the end and you get a good product to your audience. You cannot have a great song and a bad lyric video. You cannot have a great album cover artwork and a bad song. You need to be able to put the right amount of time in every little piece and then put it all together at a specific deadline and act that professional way to make sure that you can compete in the professional environment. Being able to plan and schedule everything and make sure that everything is perfectly up to date, and also just balancing your time, is really, really important and definitely a key aspect to being a successful independent artist. Lesson 3, keep making, keep releasing. This lesson is mainly focused on consistency. As an independent artist, you need to consistently be creating content and releasing music to build an audience. A mistake I made is releasing an EP, not releasing any music after that for months, and expecting my audience to wait around. If you do not keep creating music and keep building that audience and keep giving your audience new content, they will leave you and you will be left with nothing as soon as you want to release again. Don't get me wrong, you don't have have to release music every single week and just try and build an audience and not focus on creating a good quality product, but instead just try and communicate with your audience through social media, maybe on YouTube with a video, a lyric video, and then your music as well. This ties in with your schedule and planning, and just making sure that every day, at least once a week, you are doing something for your audience where they can constantly know that you're busy creating new content for them. Lesson 4. Give yourself a better chance. This lesson is focused on putting yourself in an environment where you have a better chance of either meeting people that can help you be more successful in the industry, or just finding yourself in a situation that just benefits you to reach your dream and goal of being an independent artist. I know a lot of you out there are working a 9-to-5 office job and you're wondering when exactly you're going to break through as an independent artist. You've been making music, you've been doing everything that you need to do, but you're just sitting there every single day wondering why you're still there and not on a stage somewhere. And the truth is, being in an environment where you actually meet these different people that work in the music world, or just something that benefits your career and your goals and dreams, is so much better of a chance of actually making it than sitting in some office. Let's say, for example, instead of working an office job, you work at a music store. This will give you the opportunity to meet other musicians. It will give you the opportunity to use the gear in the music store for your home studio setup. You don't have to own it, you can just borrow it, and therefore create better music with better equipment. And it just gives you better opportunities to meet people in the field that can eventually help you reach your dream a lot faster. Being a YouTuber and creating content about home studio gear and equipment is something that I'm passionate about, and I've made sure that my channel somehow links to me being able to release my music and create my music, and it's definitely helped me be in an environment where I can continue growing as an independent artist. Lesson number 5. Be professional. This is probably one of the most important lessons that I've learned over the last few years. As an independent artist, we forget that we're sometimes playing the role of many and not just the artist alone. As an independent artist, your first impression is so important. Nobody cares about who you are, the music that you make, anything like that, until you can prove yourself. And in order to prove yourself, you have to be professional and create that opportunity, and then take it from there. If you're sending out an email to maybe book a spot to perform, or you're on the phone with somebody, or you're trying to talk to other musicians, all of these conversations, all of the way that you act has to be so professional so that people take you seriously. As independent artists, one of our biggest struggles is being taken seriously. And if you can be professional and you can do everything that you do professionally, from the way you work in your scheduling and your planning, you make sure that you're creating content and you're being consistent, you make sure that you communicate to people in a professional manner and you act like a professional, and you tick all the different roles that you have to take care of as an independent artist, you're definitely on the right road to being a great independent artist. So those are my 5 most important lessons that I've learned over the last few years trying to become a better independent artist. And I know that a lot of you guys watching are artists, independent artists, mixing engineers, mastering engineers, people in a home studio type environment. And if you have gone through a lot of these things, or you've gone through your own little struggles that you'd like to share with us, please leave them down in the comment section below. We all want to learn. And just a reminder that if you have any questions as well, leave them down below. I'll try and get back to you as soon as I can. But other than that, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please do give it a thumbs up, and if you loved it, subscribe down below, and I will see you for another video next time.